Alright, welcome back to another year of baseball all around the world. 2024 is underway and it's got an action-packed schedule full of international tournaments, league championships, and historical firsts in the world of baseball. True, there won't be a WBC this year, and it's an Olympic year where baseball is not included, but there will still be other sorts of world championships. There will be new professional expansion teams, an expanded Champions League, and one league playing its inaugural season. I'm including all the major international tournaments here, the opening days, all-star games, and playoff dates for all the major baseball leagues of the world, and a couple of the biggest invitational tournaments. If you know of any more, doesn't matter how small it is, even if it's all played in one country by one country, leave a comment with a little description of it and the dates for 2024. Also comment on what games you're going to see this year, a Major League game, an NPB game, Premier 12, Caribbean Series. Let us know where you'll be attending in 2024. Or if you're not attending any, just comment which one you're most looking forward to. We'll do this from the start of the calendar all the way till the end, so first let's see what's going on in January. If you don't feel like sitting through an entire season and would like to go straight to the Championship Series, the Colombian League is already in the middle of their best-of-7 final series. Defending champions Vaqueros de Monteria are taking on the champions from 2 and 3 years ago, Caimanes de Barranquilla. Unlike the last 4 years, the Colombian champion does not earn a trip to the Caribbean Series, but they will be the champion of Colombia, and that will be decided in the next week. Since the Colombian League will not be in the Caribbean Series this year, they are hosting an international event of their own, the Intercontinental Series, from January 26th to February 1st at Estadio Edgar Renteria in Barranquilla, Colombia. The champion from the Colombian League will compete with 5 other teams. There's a team representing Cuba. Their preliminary roster includes several active and former Major League players. There will also be teams from the US, Japan, Korea, and Curacao. Pool play from the 26th to the 30th, semis on the 31st, and the championship game on February 1st. For most of the other winter leagues, playoffs are underway now and will crown a champion by the end of January. That includes Mexico's LMP, Dominican Republic's Lidom, Puerto Rico's LBPRC, Venezuela's LVBP, Nicaragua's LBPN, the Cuban Elite League, and Panama's ProBase. From February 1st to the 9th at Lone Depot Park in Miami, the 66th edition of the Caribbean Series takes place with 7 league champions taking part, from Mexico, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Nicaragua, Panama, and Curacao. Pool play from the 1st to the 7th, semifinals on the 8th, and the medal games on the 9th. The defending champions are Tigres del Licey from the Dominican Republic. This will be the first time the Caribbean Series takes place on the U.S. mainland since it was held in Miami back in 1990 and 91. The Australian Baseball League does not take part in the Caribbean Series for obvious geographical reasons. Their postseason starts on the 26th of January, and the best-of-3 final series begins on February 2nd. The time between the end of the Caribbean Series and the start of all the summer leagues is the least eventful time of year for baseball, but that doesn't mean baseball is dead during that time. In fact, there will be plenty of international exhibition games to liven it up while the players are getting ready for the season. On the 17th and 18th of February, Team Australia will welcome the KBO's Hanwha Eagles for a 2-game weekend series at Melbourne Ballpark. The following weekend, February 24th and 25th, the CPBL's Rakuten Monkeys will be in Miyazaki, Japan to meet the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks on Saturday and the Oryx Buffaloes on Sunday. A week after that, one NPB team is going the other direction. The Yomiuri Giants will play a 2-game exhibition series at the Taipei Dome versus the CTBC Brothers on March 2nd. And the Rakuten Monkeys on March 3rd. 1 week later, March 9th and 10th, is the MLB Dominican Series. The Tampa Bay Rays and Boston Red Sox will be meeting at Estadio Quisqueya. Then 2 other MLB teams, the LA Dodgers and San Diego Padres, will also be headed overseas, only this time it counts. The 2024 MLB season opener will be the first ever Seoul Series on Wednesday, March 20th and Thursday the 21st. It'll be a homecoming for 2 Padres players, Gold Glove infielder Ha-Sung Kim, and relief pitcher Woo-Suk Go, who will be making his MLB debut. 2 Japanese players will be making their debut for the Dodgers, 2-time MVP Shohei Ohtani, and making his MLB debut, starting pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And that will begin a string of opening days around the globe. 2 days after the last MLB game in Korea, their own professional league, the KBO, will open its season on Saturday, March 23rd, with all 10 teams in action. A week earlier than this league usually starts. The LG Twins, fresh off their first Korean Series title in 29 years, are the defending champions. MLB will have already opened officially, but the real action begins on Thursday, March 28th, when all 30 teams take the field in North America, among them the Texas Rangers, who will go into this season as defending champions for the first time. One day later, actually about a half day later, the NPB season in Japan begins, all 12 teams taking the field on March 29th. Hanshin Tigers will be defending their 2023 title, their first in 38 years. On Thursday, April 11th, the LMB season gets started in Mexico with Pericos de Puebla beginning their title defense versus Diablos Rojos del Mexico. The very next day, Friday, April 12th, all 20 teams take the field, as the regular season will be in full swing. Yes, 20 teams, up from 18 a year ago. One is a brand new expansion team, Conspiradores de Querétaro. The other is a revived team from the past, Dorados de Chihuahua. The CPBL in Taiwan will also kick off its season around this time. I don't have an opening date, but we do know it'll be the Rakuten Monkeys visiting the Weichuan Dragons. As always, the opening day matchup is a rematch of the previous Taiwan series, with the runner-up visiting the reigning Taiwan Series champion. And just like the LMB, the CPBL will see the debut of a new expansion team, the TSG Hawks, bringing the number of teams up to 6, the most they've had in years. Leagues around Europe will start on various dates in April. The only one I have an exact opening date for is the Czech League, Czech Baseball Extraliga. Their opening day is April 12th. At the end of April, MLB will be returning to the Mexican capital. The Mexico City Series will feature the Houston Astros and Colorado Rockies for a 2-game series on April 27th and 28th, a Saturday and Sunday. At the end of May, there is one early All-Star game. The LMB All-Star Weekend will be from Friday, May 24th to the 26th, taking place at Parque Deportivo Beto Avila in Veracruz. In June, MLB has one more international stop to make. On June 7th and 8th, a Friday and Saturday, the third edition of the MLB London Series will be held at London Stadium. Just like the first two editions, it'll feature one of the fiercest rivalries in Major League Baseball, when the New York Mets and Philadelphia Phillies meet. On the first weekend of July is Prague Baseball Week, July 6th to the 8th. The host and defending Prague Baseball Week champions, the Czech national team, will be there, of course. So will the Japan University team, and a couple others. Another big international invitational tournament in Europe will take place a week later. Haarlem Baseball Week, which takes place in even-numbered years at Pim Mulier Stadium, will be held from July 12th to the 19th. The National Junior College Athletic Association All-Star Team will represent the USA. Other teams participating will be from the Netherlands, Japan, Taiwan, and Spain. Then it's All-Star time. The 94th MLB All-Star Game will be on Tuesday, July 16th at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. The 2-game NPB All-Star Series will be on Tuesday, July 23rd at ESCON Field, the newest ballpark in NPB, just opened last year, and on Wednesday, July 24th at one of the oldest ballparks, the 98-year-old Meiji Jingu Stadium. The KBO and CPBL All-Star Games will also go on around that time, but we don't have the dates yet. August is the biggest month for the LMB. Regular season in Mexico comes to a close on the 1st of the month. The 12-team playoffs begin 2 days later on Saturday, August 3rd. That runs till September 1st at the latest. The championship series, the Serie del Rey, gets started on Tuesday, September 3rd. Game 7, if it goes that far, will be on September 11th. After the completion of the Serie del Rey, sometime in September, the Baseball Champions League of the Americas will be held at Estadio de Baseball Hermanos Cerdán in Puebla, Mexico. Only the second edition of the Champions League. Last year's inaugural event was won by the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks. This year, it'll feature the 2023 champions from the LMB, Pericos de Puebla, Colombia's LPB, Vaqueros de Monteria, the Cuban National Series, Las Tunas, and the American Association's Kansas City Monarchs. There will also be a European Champions League, replacing the European Champions Cup, which was previously held every summer. The European Champions League will feature 8 teams from the top 4 countries in Europe, Netherlands, Italy, Czech Republic, and Germany. No dates for either Champions League yet. The Women's World Baseball Cup will be from August 8th to the 13th in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. 12 countries will take part. Canada, Japan, France, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Cuba, Australia, USA, Taiwan, Korea, and Hong Kong. It'll be the 9th edition of the Women's World Cup. Japan is the defending champions. The Under-23 Baseball World Cup will be played for the 5th time, from September 6th to the 15th in Shaoxing, China, at the Shaoxing Baseball and Softball Sports Culture Center. Qualified teams are Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Colombia, Nicaragua, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Australia, Netherlands, and Great Britain. The reigning champion from the 2022 tournament is Japan. The Under-15 World Cup will also take place at around this time, but the host and the dates have yet to be announced. The MLB regular season will come to a close on Sunday, September 29th. One day off on Monday. Then the 12-team postseason starts on Tuesday, October 1st. The World Series is set to begin on Saturday, October 26th. If it goes a full 7 games, the final game will be on Sunday, November 3rd. The NPB regular season ends in early October, with the 6-team postseason starting right after. The Japan Series is scheduled to run at the exact same time as the World Series, from Saturday, October 26th to Sunday, November 3rd at the latest. But with the time difference, we know it won't be the exact same time. The Korean Series and Taiwan Series will also take place around this time, and that'll be the end for the Summer Leagues. After all the Summer Leagues have crowned their champions, it's time for the top 12 teams in the world to bring their best players together for the 3rd edition of the Premier 12. That'll be from November 10th to the 24th. Group A will be from the 10th to the 14th at a location in the Americas, to be announced later. Group B from the 13th to the 18th in Taipei. The Super Round is from the 21st to the 23rd at Tokyo Dome, and the medal games will be on the 24th, also at Tokyo Dome. The 12 teams will be Japan, Mexico, USA, Korea, Taiwan, Venezuela, Netherlands, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Panama, Australia, and Puerto Rico. The last Premier 12 was in 2019, and that was won by Japan. Then it's time once again for the Winter Leagues. They usually get started in October in Mexico, Dominican Republic, and Venezuela. November for Puerto Rico, Cuba, Colombia, Nicaragua, and Australia. December is usually when they get started in Panama, though it's hard telling with their league. Curaçao's Winter League, if it's like it was last year, will start and end in December. And of course, let's not forget Baseball United. Last November, we got to see the inaugural All-Star Series in Dubai. This November, the first ever season of professional baseball in the Middle East. No exact dates yet, but the plan is to start in early November and be done by Christmas. Games played in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Doha, representing teams from the UAE, India, and Pakistan. And that'll take us to the end of 2024. What a year it's going to be. So many games in so many countries all over the world. Enjoy as much of it as you can. Anyway, that's all for this one. Until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.